It's Woodley Orales. Maybe you see my face around, on social media, around Ocala, but I really wanted to talk about something, As you know, a lot is going on in the United States, a lot of unrest because of the wrongful murder of George Floyd. And we understand that it's an issue that's been going on a lot. Social media has magnified what has already existed for, before I was even born. But, I think I want to speak about something. Take a walk with me. So, I think the way everything is going, people are going about it, is not necessarily the way Dr. King would have wanted. And, even though there's a lot of people that are spreading hate and they carry that spirit of whether that's elitist, nationalist, racist, whatever, there's a lot of individuals that are in different races that have great hearts. And instead of, look at these beautiful buildings. So we're downtown Ocala right now. Some of these individuals, they may or may not, but you don't know whose business you're trashing or vandalizing. Like you may, and people are struggling financially right now on top of that. So, you may have the intention of, possibly doing something, to make it spur a difference, but when you break down a business like this one right here, they may not be what you hate. These may be great citizens. They may be hardworking individuals. They may be giving back to the community, in the community that you live in. And instead of embodying the individuals that may have hurts people in the past, they're actually people that they identified it and they want to make a change and make a difference. That's what it's about. I don't think Dr. King really wanted, individuals to fight amongst each other, go about all this the wrong way. But there's a thing to be said. He has a quote that says, riot is the language of the unheard. And a lot of people feel like they don't have a voice right now, but the way you're expressing yourself matters, because instead of feeding the stigma of ignorance and feeding the stigma of that you're inferior complex, look at me. I grew up black in America, I don't really try to I don't like labels. If you know me, I don't like labels. People they created that word, you're black. I'm not, I'm a human being, just like many. So where we at? We're downtown, walking on the square. So how you doing? So doing well. So we have a lot of beautiful things going on, beautiful businesses. Instead of destroying stuff, you want to, express how you feel, but don't feed that stigma. That stigma of, you may be feeling like, man, like if we don't do something now, they're going to keep doing it. But it's crazy. It's crazy. I know. Some of my best friends are, Caucasian, and a lot of my friends, I have friends from all facets of life, and I would be highly upset to see, individual get hurt. And I want to get here and say, let's spread love. Let's show that we care. We could peacefully get together. Violence is the very last thing you want to do. If you have to protect yourself, you have to protect yourself. But
they're removing the tables because of the riot.
right. So all the trash cans. So people are, look, we're downtown. People are, you know, scavenging. Like, people have built businesses, you know, and they put their whole lives. Look, check this out. You know, they built their whole lives. Check me out. So they spent their whole lives to build certain businesses, and, you know, just destroying it, burning down to the ground. You know, you definitely got their attention, but, you know, the wrong way. You know, instead of breathing in the, you know, you may have an individual. There's a thin line. If you ever watched The Dark Knight and the story of Harvey Dent, you know, the good guy who just got beat down by the world until he became the villain. And you may have a good, you know, person that's white or, you know, of a different race that is on your side, that's on the right side, on the side of expressing love and not hate. But, you know, you come down and you burn down their business, and then they see your face, and, you know, it just identifies like, man, you know, I've worked my whole life. They probably came from nothing, like many people like myself, to build something up. They probably came from nothing, and you're like, man, these dudes burnt down my business, and I've been working so hard for this. You know, it's not the right way to do things. So, you know, I really want to put this message out, you know, to express that, you know, something needs to be done. You know, our governing body, something needs to be done. And the people, you know, people are struggling with jobs, you know, destroying businesses. That's more jobs lost. You know, people are getting sick. COVID-19 is hitting. It's killing a lot of people. Now we have this going on. It's almost like the end times, it seems. But, you know, spreading a message of love and not hate, and, you know, bonding together. You know, there you see the protests. There's not only people of color, you know, there's also Caucasian individuals, white individuals walking together in a heart of change. Like, you see on video, like, stuff that's probably happens, you know, every day. You know, to be honest, I've experienced, you know, discrimination indirectly. Nobody's ever came to my face and said something crazy, but, you know, we know what happens in the dark comes to light eventually. You know, those conversations that are being had in the home, conversations that are being had when somebody walks off, or, you know, we just have to change what we say. The powerful thing is, you know, I'm a member of the Church of the Springs. Pastor Ron said in sermon Sunday today was, you know, words are powerful. What you say dictates where you're headed, and I believe that too. In this sense, because if you're perpetuating the same language that was here 50, 60 years ago, you know, when segregation and integration started, and, you know, race was even harder, it's gonna still be there. It's gonna still be embodied in that person, embedded, ingrained in them, passed down, you know. And when you change the language of what you're saying on the day-to-day, just like somebody who's trying to overcome, you know, using a lot of profanity in their day-to-day conversation, if they continue to use profanity, you know, when it comes to light, unknowingly, you know, it comes out of your subconscious. You're around, you know, individuals. You may be in a business meeting, and then you let something slip. Oh man, you know, that's something you say in private conversation a lot, and, you know, unknowingly it comes out. So I want people to know, just be mindful and really focus on love, and let's squash hate together. Thank you. Take care.